Hi guys, welcome back to Dialogue, the dialogue on analog music reproduction. So, after all this time, we're finally here, back together. And in this episode, we are going to take another step in the digital domain. In fact, we are going to take a look at the first, because I'm planning on doing more videos, but this is going to be the first video dedicated to the top recording, top audiophile quality CDs, compact discs. Are you ready? These are my precious jewels. They really, really sound good. Are you ready for this? Let's go. Okay guys, we're gonna take a look at 10 CDs, normal CDs, nothing special, nothing HD CD, Super Audio CD, DVD audios, no. Simple compact discs that are just fantastic, outstanding, since they have a very high quality in the recording and also in the process, because as we know, the whole process from recording, mixing, and mastering has to be top-notch in order to have that very high quality. And in some cases, a few of these I also have in vinyl. These are better. It can happen. Oh yes. So let's jump right in. Obviously, if you're not going to hear a track of one of these, because I want to also present a few tracks, that means I had a copyright strike. So I had to cut it out, okay? Otherwise, you're going to find a track, at least one for each CD. Are you ready? Let's start. Okay, it's gonna be a mixed bag. Blues, rock, jazz mainly. Let's start with a vocal jazz, female, one of the toughest to reproduce. Who am I talking about? Diana Krall. The Girl in the Other Room. Actually, the first albums by her of the 90s are all incredibly recorded. Now this is a Super Audio CD, but it's hybrid. There's also the CD layer, and the CD layer is just as good. So if you can, try to get something from her of the 90s. You will not be disappointed. Top-notch recordings. Wow. So let's try to listen to, for example, Temptation, which is an excellent track. Cover.
Russet brandy in a diamond glass. Everything is made from dreams. Time is made from honey, slow and sweet. Only the fools know what it means. Temptation.
Master by Doug Sax. Oh wow. Okay. A few of these CDs I have already presented in other videos, like this one, but it's a reference for me. This is one of my main test discs, Ponta box. The album is Modern Juzz. It's a Japanese group, which unfortunately does not exist anymore. A few of the components I think died, unfortunately. This should be their, if I don't go wrong, third release, I think. In any case, they're all excellent, very energetic, but this one has something special. Just the first one, the first track is just outstanding in my opinion. I truly use this to test equipment. Are you ready? That's all you get. Okay, now this is an XRCD, but it's a normal CD. It has just been done properly. But I think you can also find a normal CD version. So you don't need to go after this precise edition. Obviously, this is going to sound better. Okay, let's proceed. A blues compilation, but with a very high quality recording standard, audiophile standard. From who? Telarc, a great label that mainly in the 90s, but also afterwards was really active with fantastic recordings. And this is a compilation of different blues players singing the songs from one of the fathers of blues, Robert Johnson. So I'm just going to play one track to let you understand the quality, the resolution of this CD. Another test disc. Track number 2, Traveling Riverside Blues.
Man, it's man in Parsley, want to have some fun. Man, if you get Parsley, want to have some fun. Just come on back to Fried Train, balance all night long. I got a woman in Vicksburg, clear on into Tennessee.
Gotta go quick, guys. A lot of CDs. This was David Honeyboy Edwards. Great blues album compilation. Okay, now we're going more in the rock side. And this is another album that I greatly cherish. I always reach out for it when I really want to have a nice rock pop song with good, deep, solid bass, great vocals. And the whole album is just amazing. How We Operate from Gomez. Wow. I'll put you something. I think.
Going back to where I'd been before. She said I don't blame you, I'd do the same. Opportunity knock, knock, knocks, open the door.
Okay, now we can proceed with another fantastic album that I always present in my videos. Who knows me knows what I'm about to present, knows what I'm talking about. Jazz at the Pawnshop. This is the XRCD version of this Swedish jazz album. Fantastic live album. Amazing. I also have the original Swedish version in LP, which is better. But this is outstanding. Again, another test CD that I constantly use to feel all that wide environment of the Pawnshop where they were recording that live session that night. was an Arne Domnerus project. Okay, after this jazz masterpiece, let's go back to rock, and I want to present you Fight for Your Mind by Ben Harper. Actually, I highly recommend all the Ben Harper CDs from the 90s, the first ones. The first 4 or 5 ones are just incredible. And especially this one has incredible sonics. Obviously, everything I'm presenting, it's not only incredible sonics, it's also incredible music, okay? That's obvious, but I think it's useful to remark that. Okay, again, let's try with the first track, Oppression.
Oppression, you prey on us when we sleep. Oppression, you chase after the tired or the weak. Oppression, you know you mean only harm. Oppression, you reach out with your long arm. But oppression, I won't let you near me. Oh no, oppression, you shall.
Okay, just a quick little bite. Let's proceed. I got these all in the 90s when they came out, guys. Another jazz masterpiece based on Brazilian music from the famous movie Orpheus, Black Orpheus, Brazilian, which is one of the most famous movies in Brazil, and in general, the music coming from that movie, from that piece, is just incredible. And here we have a reassessment, a revisitation from the Isao Suzuki trio on 3 Blind Mice recording label, famous Japanese recording label. Wow. Incredible music. Another test disc. Oh baby the funk, oh baby the jazz, oh baby the fusion. Okay, let's go now to another phenomenal, incredible Telarc blues album. I also presented this in my video on the top 10 fantastic blues recordings. Here's a link if you haven't seen it. What am I talking about? Truth Is Not Fiction by Otis Taylor. He did several fantastic albums, but this is his masterpiece. I think it's like his second or third album. And here the first 3 tracks with this deep, strong bass, this incredible voice are just perfect to test equipment. Once again, I want to underline this. The album is a masterpiece. The quality of the music, not only the sonics. Telarc is just stellar, as we know. Okay, let's start. Just one. Part of the trance blues group. This a little less. Okay, now we have 2 more CDs. This is a Riverside jazz CD, one of the greatest guitar players, musicians, I think we ever had. He mainly played bossa nova. Who am I talking about? Charlie Byrd, live at the Village Vanguard. And I must admit that almost all his recordings, especially the ones on Riverside, are just incredible. And these first CDs, as you will see after I'll show you up close, these are AAD. These were released at the end of the 80s, the beginning of the 90s, and are the best sonics of all. I don't know a lot of people why say that's not true. The converters were a little less good, maybe, a little round, but the mastering, the transfer from the tapes, and the master tapes were still in good condition at that point, is just phenomenal. So I think the AAD CDs at the beginning of the CDs are just the best of the best. Not always, but I would say 80% of cases. Okay, let's try to listen to something. Okay, and for our last CD, an incredible group, one of the most famous groups, lesser known now, but in the days they were just raving, mainly in the 70s. Who am I talking about? Two Against Nature by Steely Dan. This is one of their later albums. Obviously, the ones coming from the 70s, early 80s are just incredible. But I wanted to get something a little more recent because I also discovered them mainly through this release that came out in the 90s. Exactly, no, in the year 2000. Exactly in the year 2000. And they, especially Donald Fagen, has always been curating, looking after the quality of the recordings. And that is why they are always, always first class.
One plus summer you come to me, ripe and ready, and bad through and through. With that deep mystical soul synergy pumping steady between me and you.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave in your comments the CDs that you think have incredible sonics. I'm very interested. Absolutely, really. I'm going to go literally to buy what you're going to recommend here. So make sure you're sure of what you're going to recommend. Thank you again for watching. And remember, apart from all of this, music is born analog.
Well guys, if you're enjoying my videos and you're enjoying my channel, please consider to subscribe by clicking the black and white logo here below. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode and you will become a true member of the analog community.